All right, so here's how to put a new gasket on a one-piece cap for a Coleman lantern or stove or whatever. So this lantern, as you can see, is losing pressure as it is compared to the one next to it. You can see it's pulsing and just kind of low. So I'm going to shut it down, bring it over here to the bench. Now we're going to start working this thing out of here. So there's what a new gasket looks like. Okay, it's not an O-ring, it's a gasket. You see it's flat. So what we're going to do to make this easy on us is use a propane torch. So I'm just going to put it up like this, and I'm going to shoot some heat in there. And by putting some heat on this gasket, it's going to kind of make it crumble a little bit. When you try and take it out, it makes taking it out a lot easier. Just be careful. If you put too much heat, you're going to start melting the paint off the cap. Okay, so be a little wary of that. So now we'll shut that off, set our propane aside, throw on some gloves, and then grab our cap, remembering it's probably pretty hot. And what I'll do is I'll take a pair of channel locks and lock them around there. Not too tight because you don't want to mar that paint on the cap. And that helps not only because it's hot, but also because it just gives you a better something to hold on to. So I have this little pick thing that has come in really handy for this. It's got kind of a funky curve, works great. As you see with that heat, it kind of just makes it crumble out in pieces, which makes removal a little easier. You could also use a little screwdriver like this. You don't have to have a fancy tool, but that pick just does make it a lot easier. Plus, a set of those picks is a good thing to have in your toolbox anyways. Also, while you're doing this, be careful because remember you have threads inside here, so you don't want to do anything crazy that's going to ruin those threads inside your cap. Okay, guys, so as you can see, we got that old one pulled. Now, what we want to do is you want to make sure you get all the little pieces out of there. Any little piece is going to make it so that new gasket is not going to want to fit in there. That's an important part of this process, is making sure you get it completely cleared out. Okay, now to put the new one in, drop it in there. I just use like a small flathead for this. Just press one end in, just like that, and it kind of goes down in the groove. And I just work it around in a circle. Okay, just pressing it down in there. And it should go in fairly easy. If it doesn't go in easy, make sure that you didn't leave a piece of the old gasket in there or something. It's as easy as that. New gasket. Now let's try this thing out and make sure it works. 30 pumps. Turn our cleaning lever a couple times there. Make sure it's down. Sounds like we got good pressure. So let's light her up. Back out the valve all the way to open it up, and then put about 10 15 more pumps in it. Now I'm going to hang this thing up and just let it burn for a while and keep an eye and make sure it holds good pressure. Before I did the cap, it was lasting about 15 minutes before it would start dying down, so we should definitely know pretty quick, but I'll just let this burn pretty much through this whole tank and kind of monitor it. This is also why it's handy to have some extra parts around if you're looking for an excuse to buy yourself more lanterns. Just for troubleshooting, if you can just throw on a cap that you know is good, then you can kind of rule that out. So if you want to learn some more about these lanterns, click on this video here. And otherwise, guys, thanks for watching.